everyone hating his brother is a murderer, and you know that no murderer has everlasting life staying in him. Wow. Hating your brother is now being considered the same as murder. Well, there's no surprise there. Didn't Messiah tell us that in Matthew? He says, he says, you've heard of old, do not murder. He says, I'm going to say if you hate your brother, it's the same thing. Messiah tells us the same thing. Matthew 5, all right? So let's just, make sure that we're not confusing these things. And that's in Matthew 5, verse 21 and 22, okay? Continuing here, he says, everyone hating his brother is a murderer. You know that no murderer has everlasting life staying in him. We're not going to have people with that kind of... So in other words, he's saying if you're going to hate, there's no everlasting life staying in you. If you're going to hold on to all of this bitterness and anger and awful negative emotional places, we're not going to spend forever in that place. And nor do you want to spend forever with people who are also in that place, even if you're not. That would be a miserable forever. We have to release all that stuff. Oh, but you don't understand what that person did. I don't need to understand. Informationally, you should remember what happened so that you can use that information to maybe avoid having it happen to you again. But you can't hold on to the feelings, the bitterness, the anger, the hate, the fear, all the anxiousness, the insecurities, all of the stuff that's negatively there, because that's going to keep you in death. This is very important that we get this. We struggle with this mightily. I counsel people all the time, and this is, at some level, everybody who struggles with this. There's something that happened in their life, recently or in the past, that they are having a horrible time letting go of the emotional part. Now, maybe there's a fear that if I let go of the emotional part, that somehow that makes it okay what happened to me. No. What happened to you may have been absolutely horrendously awful. But if you hold on to the emotion, you will always feel horrendously awful. And that will come out of you, because out of the abundance of the emotions, the heart and the feelings, comes the behaviors. And so you can't hold that stuff and then somehow think that that's going to be life. Some of you are still living in death. And that's why you're struggling and saying, I just want to feel alive and free and joy. But you can't in that place. You're spending time in death. You can't get there from there, so to speak. You can't get to life from that place. You have to release that and exit from that place. See, what you want to do is, let's say that death was a place. And you want to go to a place called life. But you want to take the stuff with you from death into life. You can't. That can't exist in the same world, so you're stuck in death. You have to let go of that stuff, leave it in death, and then move into life. That's not easy to do because we have all of these emotions like fear, like if I let it go, then that somehow that's my saying it was okay. No, never did I say such a thing. Or if I let it go, that means that it'll happen again. Well, no, you now have information that should help keep you safe from it happening again. And so you learn lessons, but you have to let go of the emotion, the hate, the anger, the bitterness, the fear, the anxiety, the insecurity, the shame, all that stuff. And mostly, the worst of it is when you have the self-hate, self-loathing, all that focused inwardly with all the negative stuff. Because maybe you want to still think, as somebody may have tried to plant in you, that somehow you earned it or deserved it, or you were the cause of it. That's where you might need some counsel, learn how to let that go too. And get that reality inserted into the deal. That you never would have wanted that. And so you certainly didn't do anything to cause that.